an extended gable and with a poolside view, a 24 by 45 tubular structure out here in Gunter, Texas. Let's stick around and let's do this tour together. Hey Pack, welcome back to the channel. It's Eric from WolfSteel Buildings, and today we have a very special video today. Lots of educational information coming your way. But before we move along with the building, I have a special guest I want to show you guys. Advil, where have you been, man? We haven't seen you on the channel anymore.
I've been hiding behind the overhead door.
But this is pretty cool, guys, but we'll get to those details later. Any more information you want to say to the audience?
No, this is going to be a cool project we're about to tour. We did a lot here. We did the concrete, the building, accessories. There's a lot of details here that we're going to talk about, like overhead door comparison with roll-up door. We actually have both here, so we can actually see a comparison. And also for erosion control and understanding your site, we're also going to talk a little bit of details here. Client did something pretty cool. And I think that's exciting. I'm super excited for this.
Yeah. Well, enough of you, Abdul. I'm about to shut this and we'll get this video started.
Let's go. You're gonna see this is a very unique design. So you can actually design this in our online 3D designer. We have for tubular and for our red iron products. So you can actually design the building the way you imagine it. And this is exactly what our client did, because you can see that we got the doors on the side walls, not on the gable section. And then we have like an extended gable, which is like a part carport and part storage. So all this, you can actually design it in our online 3D designer. We actually have a video with Anadela, how she teaches how to use it, okay? Another thing to keep in mind is that not everything that we offer is on our online 3D designer, okay? There are some things that just custom, that you can request, that, you know, once you speak with our sales team, you're gonna be able to get more information, okay? So just keep that in mind, and let's keep this tour going.
All right, Pac, let's start talking about the design and the orientation of the building and on why having roll-up doors on your sidewalls are important.
Yeah, so well, it's a benefit and it can be a challenge, okay? So one of the things is, especially since you have you know, we only do vertical roofs. There is different types of roof styles that I don't believe in. I don't like them. So the only thing we do here is vertical roof, which is the best because all the water, all the debris is just draining to your side. The challenge is that obviously it's gonna drain this way and you're gonna have water here, especially if you have a door here, you're gonna immediately get the water, especially when it's raining or even if it's snowing. So we recently had some snow here in Texas, which we still have some here. So you know, just be aware of that. And that's actually one of the beauties of having the gutters here, because it's catching all that rain and then it's redirecting it down to downspouts. And our client did a phenomenal job of installing them with the drains, which we're gonna show you guys on that.
Stay tuned on that one.
But before we get to that, we're gonna talk about roll-up doors. So Eric, tell me, what is a roll-up door?
Hey Pac, if you want to know the answer and the rest of the top frequently asked questions about roll-up doors, check out the video where Advil and I answer them. I'll leave the video in the description, so make sure you go check it out.
Alrighty, Pac, let's talk a little bit about site, you know, the site, okay? So especially when you're looking at building, one thing to always look at is how your property is set and like your elevations, okay? So you can see here that our client's neighbor is sitting at a higher elevation, so all this water is draining this way, okay? So that was a big question when we were actually doing the site visit. We actually said, okay, well, do we wanna elevate this foundation to about this height, which would have required more work, more concrete. It was gonna be a little bit more pricier, okay? Or do we just cut and make the elevation at the level of the pool? Okay, over there. So our client opted for actually dropping it down And he actually built this nice retaining wall to make sure that he doesn't have any erosion and water coming into the building. Okay, so that's extremely important to really plan that out. We've had clients where they don't build a retaining wall, all this water starts eroding the ground, and all that starts going into your building. So that's extremely important to really consider what is being done. And here our client did a phenomenal job. It's super clean. And come back here. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Heido, who did this project. Super nice, super good. Really nice line screws, our trim work. And then we came and did the downspouts and gutters. And here, check this out, Eric. Let's show our clients. So especially here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we got a lot of clay grounds, okay? So clay grounds are basically expansive soils. So when it gets wet and then it dries up, it moves, okay? It shifts, and that's why we have a lot of foundation problems in Dallas-Fort Worth in general, homes and stuff, whatnot. And so one of the things that you want to do for your foundation is to actually control your water so there's not too much water around your foundation. You just want to keep it nice and damp so not have a lot of water. And so here our client did a great job because he connected a drain and is directing all the water. And a lot of times what happens is if you don't have gutters and downspouts, all this water starts digging into your ground and digging into the foundation. And then obviously all that water, and then with the clay, then you can have problems in the future. This is a better way, in my opinion. Drain all your water out, and whatever water does rain around here is stable and it's not puddling up and eroding under your foundation. So that's one of my tips in regards to how to maintain your foundation nice and stable.
All right, Pac, it's raining. Perfect example to show our some of the trim work that we've been applying here recently is this new trim on the top, kind of like kickouts, right, Abel?
That's correct.
And not only do we focus on functionality here and it's raining hard, not only do we focus on aesthetically pleasing buildings, but we also focus on long-term solutions and functionality. And perfect example right here, it's raining, and we have a kickout, is the water is going to be redirected to the left and to the right-hand side and wash away from your building.
That's exactly it. So in most cases, you'll see it in, from other builders, or most, builders, they'll do 45 degrees, which is really nice, and we do it on the bottom. On the top, we actually started applying more of this style.
Yeah.
And it's more because of functionality and really to protect from this, which is rain and water getting inside through your windows, okay?
And then tell them about the bead of caulking that we also add.
Yeah, so here we have nice, cute, like very silicone, but the kickout is what minimizes the opportunity of water to come and, and enter behind this sheet metal, and especially right here in the corners. On the bottom is where most of your water always comes in. But here, our new system has been working magic, and I think we're very proud of it.
Oh yeah, of course we are. Well, let's walk around the right-hand side of the building and start talking about the extended gable and that cool pony overhead door. So let's get it. All right, Pac, now it's time to talk about the extended gable end. Again, this is 24 wide by 15 in length. We do have some open frame outs here. These are 14 wide by 11, one on the left-hand side and then one on the right-hand side. But something that I want to mention here, Pac, if you'll, let's go to this side. Something that I want to mention on here is that you might be wondering that something's missing here. And if you're asking yourself, where's the base rail? That's exactly right. These are open frame mounts. But talking about these open frame mounts that I want to mention is, one of the pros is that when you get these frame mounts, you're eliminating the base rail. So the base rail will run right here on top of the concrete, and I'll show you on screen, one with the base rail and one without. Another pro to having these open frame mounts is that we're eliminating a leg every 5 feet. If you don't have that, that's another pro. So from there, you're probably asking yourself, well, Eric, you're eliminating legs. How are you going to sustain this extended gable end? Well, there you have it, Pac. These are called headers. A header will sustain the load of this extended gable end. Something good to know as you're designing your building and you're asking yourself all these questions. Well, there you have it. If you want to go with an extended gable end, this is the way to go. Having an open frame out to your building makes it look better, and you're avoiding those tripping hazards, and you're eliminating those columns or those upright legs. All right, Pac, but now let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is this nice overhead door. This is a 10 wide by 5 in height. This is a short carriage design. We have 2 cool smoked out windows, but another pro to this is that it overlooks the pool. So this essentially goes up, right? And he'll end up having some bar stools here, and then he'll incorporate that with the approach here. This is a 24 by 15, nice space. You can see he has a 4-piece patio set. From here he can enjoy the pool, enjoy his kids, the whole 9 yards. But we're about to walk inside, and Avil will take it away. He'll explain more on the functionalities behind this overhead door, and then we'll compare it to those two roll-up doors. But I want to mention something here is that our client, and how he incorporated the 3D designer and took advantage of the 2 functionalities that this building offers. One is for those 2 roll-up doors for that driveway, and another is for him to enjoy this space. Again, it all boils down to planning, really knowing how to use the 3D designer. Again, Anadela made a perfect video on that whole subject, so I recommend that you go watch it, and from there you can actually get an idea on how your building to be placed on orientation wise. But let's walk inside because it's pretty cold, and we'll explore more on the insides of the building. All right, Pac, we're inside the building. Again, this is a 24 wide by 30 long. But now let's talk about this overhead door from the inside, and we'll talk about the track system, right, Abel?
Yes. So for this door, again, Eric, you did say 10 by 5. We are sitting a little bit higher, about like what, 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet?
Yes.
And so again, this is for a bar, like a little bar area stool. You know, you open it. It's summer. The kids are playing. you're making some drinks here. You open this door, and the door, instead of going at a 90 degree angle, it's actually gonna go up. Okay, and that's with the upgraded high track system. It is an extra cost. I think it ranges from like $800 to like $1,500. Maybe, you know what? Let's put it on there because I don't want to say something that is wrong. Eric, we got door opener.
We have door openers. That's also an option to consider when talking to your sales pack member. They do come with the MyQ app opener. They're very easy to use. You can download it on Apple Play, on your Apple Store and Google Play. And something that Avil mentioned earlier is that these openers will always be on your right-hand side of the track system.
That would be standard. Now you can request it on a different side, but usually we will put it on the right-hand side looking at it. And then it comes also with the remote control.
And it also comes with the clicker as well. 2 clickers to be exact.
The one that we usually try to put it next to your service door, so that way it's like a right away be able to open the door and click on it. So I hope that helps when it comes down to door openers and overhead doors. Here you can see this is pretty well sealed. There's very little rattling that's happening. It's really windy outside. That's what I like about overhead doors. It's very nice and sealed. It's got this weather stripping all the way around. Exactly.
Well, let's talk about the doors, and we'll compare it with the overhead door. Thank you for everyone commenting on the channel, interacting with us. It's very fun. I love to see all these questions come in, and that way we can help you answer them. But going back to one of the questions is the headspace on a roll-up door. And what do you have to say about that, Abel?
Yeah, so one of the beauties of a roll-up door is that you actually get a lot of headspace. You don't have to be dealing with track systems. So it's a very cost-effective method of having a garage door. They basically just roll into a coil, and that's it. It doesn't take up any space inside, inwards, super easy to install, and that's what makes roll-up doors, beneficial, or the pros of a roll-up door.
The pros on the roll-up door. Also, comparison it to the overhead door is it's a con, is the sunlight penetrating inside your building, right?
That's correct. So depends, again, it just depends, right? So if the sun is shining on it, you're gonna feel it, because these are made out of steel, so you're gonna feel this hot. And that also makes your building hotter, especially in the summer.
Yes.
And also, they are not seal tight. Now, the brush seal definitely helps, but they're still not gonna be fully seal tight. That's just the nature of a roll-up door. That's why if you're gonna be insulating your metal building, I do not recommend a roll-up door. I recommend an overhead door. Overhead door, you can get insulated doors, which, you know, it helps with the whole project in general, right? You know, what's the point of having an insulated building, but you don't have insulated doors? In this case, our client actually has double pane windows, which are great windows that you guys already saw. 3 windows, and those are giving the light inside.
A lot
this
of
building.
natural light, aside from those 3 windows, which are double pane, and then we have those 2 nice windows on the overhead door. Something cool about these doors that they're smoked from the outside. You can't really see in, but from the inside of the building, you can have a clear view of this pool. Very cool design. I really like that door.
Perfect.
Awesome. All right, Pac, some of the questions I always see on the YouTube channel, Advil, is when are you coming to Florida? When are you coming to Tennessee, West Virginia, Hawaii, Alaska? No, I'm just playing about it. But that'd be pretty cool if we ever got to build in Alaska or Hawaii. You know, I'll be more than happy to go out there and make that happen. But going back to the main topic is we only serve the state of Texas. And why is that, Advil?
Yeah, so the key word here is, well, let me elaborate a little bit on the industry. So in general, when you're looking for a metal building, typically when you go online, you'll probably find a dealer. So the dealer is basically a salesperson that sells for a manufacturer, okay? And so it's kind of like a retailer selling for a specific product for a manufacturer or builder. And so that's usually the case, okay? In our case, we're not a dealer. We are actually the contractor. So you actually work with WolfSteel only throughout the whole process. And the key word here is control. Control. And why control? Because we like to control the outcome of the product from till the end. We are, I think that's what makes us different or unique.
Special.
You know, we are a general contractor for metal buildings. So we have a whole design team, a whole planning team, and we do our architectural plans for the building, for the concrete, for site. We come out to your job site and we plan this all out. So that's what allows us to actually be here. Yeah. And so we can only do that.
And a permitting team.
Oh, and our permitting team. So shout out to our whole team. Yeah, because in the permitting now we got surveys, we got restrictions, we got all that, and we control that. We get all that information and we put it all together. And that's the experience. That's the WolfSteel experience, where there's less headaches and less, man, I wish I would have done that, or, you know, man, now I have water coming in through my doors. You know, the notch detail that I did not match my doors. Those are the things that happen when there's not someone in full control.
In full control.
And so that is the answer. Why? Because in order to really do that, we need to be in a closed radius where we have our coordinators, where we can be on the job site if we have to be, specifically for specific scenarios. So that's the reason why we only service Texas.
Well, there you have it, Pac. In other words, just to make it a little bit shorter, we build in Texas for Texans.
Ooh, mic drop.
All right, Pac, I hope you enjoyed this video. I believe there was a lot of educational thrown at you guys. The good thing about our videos is that we have chapters and you can easily access each topic that Advil and I were talking about. I know it was a long video, but just a friendly reminder, we do have chapters on the bottom side of the screen.
And also, guys, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We actually share a lot of other content that you probably don't see on YouTube. So don't forget to follow us on those channels.
Yeah. And a quick recap of the whole building, Abdul. It was a 24 by 30, 24 by 45 overall structure, 12 foot on leg height, 312 pitch. We have an extended gable, open frame mounts, 3 double pane windows, 36 by 36, 1 insulated door, 36 by 84, 2 roll-up doors, 10 by 10, and 1 10 by 5 overhead door. And let's not forget we have a lot of rain.
Yeah, let's not forget that we have a lot of rain. Something before we leave, and I know we're adding more to it, but check out, when you're buying windows, really look into your windows. Single pane, double pane, triple pane, there's so many different styles of windows, you know, for a garage. Make sure that if you're insulating your building, do get the insulated windows. It's worth every penny. Even if you get them yourself, you can actually do that. So
again, Pac, I cannot stress this enough. Please check out that 3D designer video. It'll help you on designing your video. And if you have a setup similar to like this, where you have your pool on the back and then your driveway on the side of your house, well, there you go, there you have it. If you were wondering, here's the answer. Again, this project was sold by David and the Dream Team. Shout out to David, congrats. David, you outdone yourself once again. Great building, great project overall. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on everything WolfSteel Buildings. This is Eric and Advil from WolfSteel Buildings signing out. We'll catch you guys on the next one.